Hello and welcome to the 2022 Meet the Teacher presentation by the Year 5 teachers. My name is Jane Broomfield and myself and Mrs. Rachel Kendrick are the assistant principals of Year 5. Your child's classroom teacher is always your first port of call to communicate, but if you need to speak to us regarding a more serious issue, you can always contact us as the assistant principals of Year 5 via an email to the school office. This meeting has been recorded for the convenience to suit families and their busy lifestyles. With COVID restrictions meaning we cannot have parents on site for these meetings, we want to express how much we appreciate you watching this presentation to know what is happening with your child or children in Year 5. If there are any more questions you have after this recorded meeting, it would be best if you direct those straight to your child's classroom teacher. The best way to do that is either through an email to the school office or a written note through your child. Today, we will go through a lot of information relevant to your child's learning and activities in Year 5 this year. With each topic, a different Year 5 teacher present at school today will give more detail for you. I also want to thank those teachers for spending their own time to get this information out to you. For 2022, we have 6 Year 5 classes. 5B's teachers are Mrs. Jane Broomfield and Mrs. Bronwyn Broderick, with Mrs. Broomfield teaching Monday and Tuesday and Mrs. Broderick teaching Wednesday through Friday. 5C is taught by Miss Rebecca Chung. 5S is taught by Miss Susanna Kim. 5RG's teachers are Mrs. Melinda Reid and Mrs. Stephanie Greenhouse, with Mrs. Reid teaching Monday and Tuesday and Mrs. Greenhouse teaching Wednesday through Friday. 5R is taught by Mr. Robin Kai and 5K is taught by myself, Mrs. Rachel Kendrick. We also have a number of teachers who work closely with Year 5, providing a range of additional support. Our EALD teacher is Mrs. Colleen Featherstone. Our learning and support teacher is Mrs. Fiona Wiltshire. Mrs. Meg Jamolis will cover a range of RFF and PE activities, and Mr. Feng Yang will be taking Year 5 for music and ICT.
School begins at 9:10 and finishes at 3:10 every day, and students are expected to be in the classroom at this time and will be marked late if they arrive later than 9:20. Teachers will supervise around the school from 8:40, so students may be dropped off earlier. If your child is late or absent, you must send a note to the classroom teacher within 2 days, or you may upload one via Central Parent Portal. Also, please make sure all of your child's items are labelled, including their uniform, stationery, iPads, and water bottles, and that they bring all the things needed to learn to school every day.
At Epping West, we have school rules and expectations to keep us safe in the classroom and on the playground. We are to be friendly and include others, be cooperative and play fairly, ask the teacher for help, use all equipment according to its purpose, always wear a hat on the playground, put rubbish into the correct bins or back in the lunchbox. In Year 5, we are a BYOD, bring your own device grade. The daily expectation is that iPads are fully charged and come to school in a protective case and screen protector. iPads are used for educational purposes and the class teacher will have gone through their expectations of iPad use. This year, we're excited to be going on camp and other excursions throughout the year. As we will be off school grounds, students will be reminded of their behaviour when outside of school. They are representing Epping West when wearing the school uniform.
The Student Engagement and Learning Team has been newly formed at Epping West Public School to join together learning and support and English as an additional language or dialect. We support the students of Stage 3 and work collaboratively with the classroom teachers to meet the individual needs of the child. EALD stands for English as an additional language or dialect. Our school has a team of specialist EALD teachers who work with the EALD students to develop their English language skills. The EALD teacher on Stage 3 is Mrs. Colleen Featherstone. Mrs. Featherstone will work closely with the class teacher to support recently arrived EALD students and those who require further English support. We can arrange interpreter services to aid communication between parents and teachers. Please let your class teacher know if you require this support. Erin Yong is our Community Liaison Officer at Epping West. As you can see on the screen, she helps our community in communication and welcoming new families to the school. The school learning and support team plays a key role in ensuring that the specific needs of students with additional learning and support needs are met. It is a team approach that involves the classroom teacher, parents, and students in the development of successful, happy children. If you have any concerns, your first point of contact is with your classroom teacher. We look forward to working with you throughout the year.
Epping West is a school underpinned by choice theory. Students are encouraged to set up personal goals and take ownership of choices. Students strive to excel in the learner qualities of the school and work towards a principal's afternoon tea. Our learner qualities are resilient and persistent, collaborative, playful and innovative, passionate and caring, and curious. The purpose of these qualities is to develop the whole child to be creative, mindful, and self-managing. Each classroom has the learner qualities poster displayed.
Epping West is a bring your own device school. The school has rules and standards which states that students use iPads responsibly and using it only for educational purposes. iPads and technology can be a useful educational tool, but when children are left alone with technology, it could place them in an unwanted situation. We do ask parents to not leave their children alone with an iPad in an isolated room. Additionally, we do advise parents to place parental control on iPads. Within ICT lessons, students are taught to be digital citizens, which means students are encouraged to be active and sensible in the cyber world. We go through processes of setting up children with a safe password, being nice, and being responsible. For the safety of our students on the cyber world, please work with us in setting up a safe environment when using technology. We do ask parents to frequently remind your students of the BYOD contract, as we have students time to time coming to school with an uncharged iPad. Most importantly, please be active in checking student activity on iPads, as this sets them up for using it responsibly and safely at school and at home.
Year 5 students receive homework each week. This is a valuable part of our schooling and allows students to practice and consolidate their learning in the classroom at home. Homework is sent home on Fridays and is to be returned by the following Thursday. There is an expectation that all students will complete and return their weekly homework. Year 5 homework includes maths, mentals, and consolidation of number facts, spelling rules, comprehension and grammar, as well as activities from other key learning areas being studied in the classroom. Students are strongly encouraged to read each night, either quietly to themselves or out loud to someone at home. The purpose of homework is to help students plan and organise their time. It develops a range of skills such as good study habits, concentration, and self-discipline. Homework also helps students to link between home and school. It provides an opportunity for you to ask your child about what they are learning at school. Year 5 students will sit NAPLAN in May this year, along with Year 5s from all around Australia. The students will complete 4 assessments over a number of days. These include writing, reading, language conventions, and numeracy. At Epping West, these will all be completed online and at school this year. Students will use their BYOD iPads or have access to school iPads and computers to complete the tests. NAPLAN provides only a snapshot of how your child is progressing at school. It is a standalone assessment and is not linked to the selective high school entrance exam. It is a way for schools to gain information on how their school is performing. It is not something for students to study for or stress about prior to the day. We ask for parent assistance in ensuring students put NAPLAN into perspective as a normal part of their Year 5 learning this year. On Thursday, the 24th of March, week 9 of this term, all Year 5 and 6 students will have the opportunity to attend a Sydney Symphony Orchestra performance at the Parramatta Riverside Theatre. We will travel by bus to and from the excursion. Students are preparing for this excursion during their music lessons at school to make the most of the experience. We will introduce to the world of orchestral music and all the instruments involved in an orchestra. The theme of the day is music that makes you move. In term 2, we will go for the day to the quarantine station at North Head by bus. This links in with many of our study areas next term. We will do an in-depth book study in English of the novel Ghost Boy by Felicity Pullman. This is a historical fiction novel set at the Q station. We also look at the theme of change in history, so the historical buildings and settings fit in well with that unit. In science, we will study microorganisms, which again touches on the Q station and novel when we talk about smallpox. In term 4, as part of our personal development, health and physical education unit of work on road safety, all Year 5s take part in a CARES, a community and road education scheme, full day excursion. Police officers take the students through bike safety skills, and there is time for practicing riding a bike on a smaller scale purpose-built road. This is a rewarding day for all students who are all at different levels with their bike riding experience. By the end of the day, they are all riding bikes and they love it.
We are very lucky to have the opportunity to attend camp this year. Traditionally held in term 1, it is a most memorable and valuable experience. Year 5 will be going to Milton Island Sport and Recreation Centre. As you can see from the images, it looks amazing. It's located about 60 minutes north of Sydney at the mouth of the Hawkesbury River and is set in a beautiful natural setting. The centre offers a multitude of fun adventure challenges and activities. Some of these activities include archery, flying fox, high ropes course, kayaking, bushwalking, rock climbing, beach volleyball, just to name a few. Students will have the opportunity to experience quality programs designed to positively impact their education through fun and rewarding challenges that activate key learning in communication, decision-making, problem-solving, resilience, team building, and leadership. Students are in safe hands as all activities are supervised by qualified program staff experienced in delivering superior outdoor learning programs. Catering is available for special diets, allergies, and medical conditions, and all staff are trained in first aid. Camp is awesome. It is a wonderful opportunity for students to practice independence, responsibility, decision-making, and social skills. They are catapulted out of their comfort zone and encouraged to experience all the exciting activities camp offers. What makes camp so special is the fact that the children can challenge themselves and enjoy the exhilarating sense of achievement that comes with completing something they weren't quite sure they could do. And all this is done in a structured, safe, and well-organised and equipped environment with trained professionals where every precaution has been considered. Children will never be coerced into doing something they don't want to do. It will ultimately always be their choice. At all times, day and night, the Epping West teachers will be there to support your children and make sure they have everything they need whilst encouraging them to think for themselves and embrace their independence and sense of responsibility. But it does not end there. Oh no, the sense of exhilarating achievement continues. Your children will regale you with stories of how they packed their own suitcase, found their own suitcase, delivered their own suitcase to their lodge and to the bus. Stories of how they chose what to wear, managed to get ready for bed, showered and with teeth clean, how they got up and ready on time for breakfast, how they made a bed, how they used manners that could clear away their own dishes, how they were on time for activities and listened to instructions and followed them, how they were considerate of those they shared a cabin with, and how they know that to tidy up, they need to pick up all of their things up off the floor. So much to be proud of. So on behalf of your children who will thoroughly enjoy every second of being away on camp, thank you so much for registering and sending in the permission and payment notification notes. Last minute reminders and more information will be sent home as camp draws closer. Thank you.
We understand that students in Year 5 do many activities both at school and outside of school. At Epping West, our goal is to develop the whole child. So we encourage the students to have a go at or try out for some of the many extracurricular activities available to Stage 3 students. To develop the whole child means that we do not just focus on students' academic achievements. We want to develop creative, successful learners. This means encouraging students to be resilient, persistent, and show self-awareness. It is good for students to maintain a balance in life by doing a variety of activities, including physical, such as sport or a trip to the park, mental at school, and social, such as scouts, church groups, or hanging out with family friends. While it is good for students to do a variety of activities, they also need time for unstructured activities, such as playing with their siblings or friends in the backyard, or just doing nothing. They need time to be bored. This promotes creativity as they use their imaginations. They also need to get a good night's sleep and not be up too late doing extra work. Remember to help your child develop a balanced life now to help them prepare for high school.
Thank you again for your time in watching this presentation this year and for working in partnership with your child's classroom teacher. The team on Year 5 looks forward to an exciting year ahead.